everybody, this is Mr. Brooks. I'm a little hoarse right now because I'm getting sick, but I am going to go over the polynomials assignment. And so you can watch this video and then do the problems. There should be nothing new in this, but we start I don't assume that you are gonna have everything. So I'm gonna do a couple problems each, okay? But this is everything we've done earlier in the course. And so I have to go to edit assignment, and it's polynomials assignment right here. So this is polynomial assignment. And we're going to do these three little units right here, okay? And I'm not sure why this is not allowing me to. I have to edit assignment. Polynomials assignment. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're going to write this in standard form. Standard form, if you remember, has the largest power first, or the term with the largest power first. So this is a term right here. We're going to write this first, and then this 3 is the next, and then this is to the first power, and this is the constant. The constant always goes on the back. Okay, so it's going to be negative 5x to the shift 6 to get to the caret, right? Fourth. Now it's not the 5, it's not the 5 that makes this the biggest, it's the exponent, right? So plus 8x to the third, and then minus 2x, and then plus 1. Okay, now look, it goes 4, and then 3, and then this is x to the first, and then this is the constant, or x to the 0 power. Okay, so that's how to do it. It's biggest to smallest. Okay, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Standard form, and pretty much we did that with quadratics. When we did the quadratic formula, you have to do standard form to find a, b, and c. All right, so adding and subtracting. This is just like combine like terms, okay? So you can think about this a couple different ways, but this and this are two things that you can add together, add the coefficients together. You can't add anything, everything else because they're not like terms. So the like terms have the same power, same variable, same power. So this is negative 5x squared minus 4x squared, and this is plus. Plus is really easy because you just put them together. So this would be negative 9x squared. Notice that the exponent does not change, okay? When you add and subtract, you don't change the exponents. When you multiply, you change the exponents. The next one is going to be negative 4x and negative 4x, okay? And this is negative 8x, and the exponent does not change. And then negative 1 is just negative 1, and that's how to do it. Okay, so easy peasy. All right, let's see. Let's go to a new problem. All right, this is subtraction. Okay, this is a little trickier because you're dealing with negative integers. Remember, when you have a problem like 4 minus negative 3, okay, that changes to plus, right? Um, and, um, and also, this you're doing that minus to every single term, so it's not just minus negative 4x squared. It's minus 10x and minus negative 1. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So one thing I do, let me get off this, is I can change this to plus, and then I change every single sign. Okay, so it's called flip, change, change, or in this case, change, change, change. This is a strategy you can do to not make a simple mistake. Now, you don't have to do this, but when you're dealing with long polynomials, and this is only 3 terms, so 1, 2, 3, then this isn't too bad. But if you're dealing with 4 and 5, it's can be very, very helpful. Okay, all right. So now it's just plus. So we already did that once, right? Um, so negative 6x squared, positive 4x squared. And see how I just put them together now because it's plus? Okay, so that is -6 plus 4x is -2x squared. Remember, we're still just adding and subtracting, so we're not changing the exponents. The exponents don't change till we multiply. All right, and then -x, -10x is -11x, and then plus 1, so it should be that. There you go. Okay, so that's how to do that. And then last, you're going to multiply, and this is just like we did earlier with FOIL. Remember when we FOILed, we had two terms, like we had like x plus 1 and x minus 6. Okay, and we multiplied, we distributed, we double distributed, or we did first times first, first times, or outside times outside, inside times inside, last times last. It's the same thing. It's that double distribute, and now you're gonna, double or triple distribute depending on what you have. Okay. Now this can be a lot. Okay. So you have 2 here and 3 here, so you're gonna do 6 multiplications. Right. So let's just distribute that real quick, and then we'll distribute the other one. So this is -8. So -4 times 2 is -8 x to the third. Notice that the exponent changed. Okay, you have 1 times 2, add them together, that makes 3. -4x times -3x, that's positive 12x squared. The squared adds together. You have 1 times 1, that makes 2 because you add them. Okay, all right, and then negative 16x. And then we're going to distribute the -3, right? So I've done 3 multiplications. I have 3 products. Now I'm going to do 3 more products. So -3 times 2 is -6x squared, plus 3 times 3 is 9x. -3 times 4 is -12. Okay. All right. Now this is the multiplication. We're gonna combine like terms. Okay, so the first and the last are usually like only the only ones themselves. So the first and the last, that's um those just kind of come down. All right. They shouldn't be different because you that would assume that you didn't combine any like terms up above. So then this is positive 12, this is -6, so that's positive 6x squared. Now that I'm adding and subtracting, I am not changing the exponents, okay? The exponents only change on the multiplication, they don't change on the addition. -16x plus 9x is -7x. Is that right? -7x. I'm doing math on Zoom, and I hate arithmetic on Zoom. -16 plus 9 is -7x. Good. And then, oh yeah, that's everything. Perfect. Perfect. So this is -8x to the third and plus 6x squared and minus 7x minus 12. Now, it is in standard form, okay, and if you do it that way with the distribution, just like I showed you, then it's gonna be in standard form, but if it's not in standard form, if you multiply it out of order, and of course you can multiply out of order, it doesn't matter what order you multiply in, then put it in standard form, okay? So the highest exponent is in the first term, the next highest exponent's in the next term, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so we're going to submit this answer, and we got it right. Now, what they did is they showed the box method. So, and that's fine. You can use the box method. Okay. The box method is really helpful when you're struggling with organization. And so they put, they put one of the polynomials on the top, one of the polynomials on the side, and then just multiplied it in the boxes right here and in the boxes. So this is what we did when we did -3x times -4x, and then, et cetera. And then -3 times 4 is -12. And then you see how these two are both, here, let me use a pen. It's always goes on the diagonal like this. So those are like terms, and these are like terms, and we combine those. It's combine like terms right there. Okay. That box method is very helpful if you're getting where you can't read your handwriting on these. Just create a box, and if it's 2 and 3, it'll be 2 by 3, and if it's 3 by 3, it'll be 3 by 3. Okay. All right. Good luck on this assignment. Happy Friday.